I think we've got some cleaning to do. Yes. Right, good morning everybody. Welcome back to Motorcycle Junkie. We're going to carry on with the Kymco today. Incidentally, I have had the replacement stator turned up for the Hawanio. So we will get on to trying to get that thing going at some point. But I do want to crack on and get to a point where I can refit this engine. Still lots to do. I want to take that starter motor off because that just looks nasty. It works fine. So I'm going to get it off and give it a clean. I'll try and get some of this crud off. Have a rudimentary clean up of the engine. I want to check the rollers, pull the variator apart, change the gear oil. Yeah, lots and lots to do. Including trying to make that wheel look a bit prettier, and I think the front one's probably not much better either. So yeah, a little bit of beautification, and we are limited on what we can do, to be honest with you. I do need to get a replacement pin for that as well. Let's get a size. You can buy them cheap. They're like a two-part thing. You push the outer bit in and then lock it in with the inner bit, but you have to buy the right size. So let's I'll turn on. There we go. So we can get an idea of how big they are. Oh, I've got that locked in, I. Now we've got to zero it. Okay. And that is 7.33. So I think you can get 8mm ones. That's probably what that actually is. Anyway, we digress. Now, that's the engine mount. Isn't that over engineered? I mean, look at that. Does it have to be that complicated? So yeah, we'll give that a rudimentary clean up and put some director rust black on it or something, just to make it look tidier. Right, let me get some spanners, set you up, and see if we can get that starter motor off. Yeah, I'll just rub that down a bit and yeah, get some director rust silver or whatever I've got laying about on it. Let's see, she'll come off without breaking any studs. Oh, that one feels a bit raunchy. Let's just go back in a bit. Yeah, that feels like it might snap. Come on. Can't be bothered with drilling out nuts and bolts. I've got a couple to do with hold the air cleaner on, but it's not a job I like, and it usually goes wrong. The threads are nice and shiny underneath. Yeah, I think we've got away with that. It's very, very tight all the way though. 50,000 kilometres on this engine. I'm pretty sure it is kilometres, but that's still a fair old mileage for a 125 scooter. What's that, 35,000 is it? Something like that. Miles. Right, is that all that holds it? 2 screws. We get a soft hammer. Is that one? There's another one down the bottom there, but I don't know if that's actually holding it. Or whether it's just holding the little bracket. No, I think that's just, yeah, that's just holding a little bracket. I don't think we'll worry too much about that. What about this one here? Yeah, let me bring you round. So, a little bolt there, but I think I might be just holding the terminals on actually, but whip it out, see what's in there. Oh, it's a fairly long one. So that's the negative, isn't it? Any more for any more? Hang on, let's get a lump of wood. There she goes. Yes, one crusty old starter motor. So we'll give that a clean up. Right, turn the camera off time. I'm going to clean up that starter and paint it. I'm going to clean up that engine mount bracket and paint that. You don't need to see me do that. We'll bring you back when we've done. Right, let's have a look what I've been doing while the camera's been off. And not a lot. I've been cleaning, to be honest with you. What's that screw for? Can't remember. Yeah, as you can see, I'll give it a bit of a rudimentary clean. That's as much as I'm doing. I'm not going for full restore and polish and all that bollocks on this. It's a 10-year-old 125. I'm not going to try and make it something it isn't. But it's better than it was, and I took an awful lot of crap off it. You would not believe the amount of shite that come off that. As you can see, I've made no attempt whatsoever to clean that black plastic. Is it plastic? No, I think it's Ali, that black cover. The reason being, I'm taking that off. I may paint it, or I may just clean it up separately. We'll see what it looks like. But we've got to get in there for the rollers and the gubbins in there. The starter motor, I've given that a hand painted coat of black paint. What's masked off at the bottom there is silver, so when this is dry I'm going to hand paint that bottom bit silver. It'll look a lot better than it did. It was terribly rusty, as you remember. And the only other thing I've done a lot very exciting, which is why I didn't film it, but there's that engine mounting bracket, which was terribly cruddy. So yeah, I've cleaned up the rust off that best I can. This paint is direct to rust paint, so I'm not too concerned that I didn't absolutely clean it back to bare shiny metal, which I didn't. So yeah, we're waiting for that to dry and we can bolt that back on the engine. What next? I must order some gear oil for it. I've got to get some gear oil, must remember. I did order some of them thingy bobs, these panel clip things here. I've got a box of 60 of them coming, various different sizes. They'll come in handy. Yeah, I'm not going to go super duper mad on cleaning the frame up either. This is just going to be a functional bike. Might try and paint the wheels just to tidy it up. Well, I might clean that up a bit. I'll see if I can be arsed. You know, you can go too far, can't you? You can sort of just keep going and going and going, and there's no end to it. You've got to draw a line. Oh, my little Tiger knackered pump thing. I sold that on eBay, 30 quid. Considering it cost me nothing, I'm not complaining. Anyway, what next? I think we will get into getting that side cover off, actually. That'll be the next job. Right, let's get this side cover off. I could do this with the fucking arsehole. I could do this with the electric ratchety gun thing, but I can't be fucked getting it out. Now I am taking the kickstart off. It isn't necessary to take this off in order to remove the case. And let me turn you guys around so I can see you. Got a little red dot on my screen that tells me it's recording, and too many times I've been yabbering away, giving you a detailed explanation of what I'm doing, and there's no red dot there. Yeah, anyway, where was I? Yeah, you don't need to take the kickstart off in order to get the side case off. They all come off together. But I do want to give this a coat of paint anyway, just to tidy it up. There's a fair bit of play in that kickstart shaft. I don't honestly know if that's normal or not. Oh shit, but when we get it apart, we'll find out, won't we? Right. I'm just peering down the little gap here, and I can see that the drive belt has got the word Kymco on it, which kind of tells me, and I might be wrong, but I'm thinking that that's probably original. There we go. So yeah. That rubber gasket there is £22 to buy, and it does look like I need a new one. So, yeah, there we go. We will disassemble that kickstart assembly again. We did it before, but we just did a quick jobbo, and we'll give that a proper repair. I've got to get my bloody windy gun out anyway, haven't I, to get that variator off. I want to check the rollers. I've got a funny feeling they're going to be like bloody 50p bits. They're going to be worn to fuck if they've not been replaced. I think we'll take the clutch housing off as well and check that. Right, let me go and get my windy gun. I keep calling it a windy gun, but it's not air powered, is it? What's it called again? Impact wrench, that's the one, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, I'm going to see now. Back soon, guys. Right, let's carry on. Ourselves. Okay. Let's get this in first. Is it reverse thread? I bet it is, isn't it? You bastard. Is that one of the come? You fucker. They don't want to let go, do they? Holy shit. I don't know if it'll make a difference, we'll get a bigger battery. Right, this is a 5 ampere battery. I really don't know if that'll make a difference or not, but we'll find out. If that won't shift it. I mean, I can't get a bar on it, I can't get a breaker bar on it, because I can't hold the damn thing still. Unless I can wedge it somehow, but then I'll risk breaking them fins. Let me have a think about this. Right, we're going to have another go. I don't know if it will work on this, but I've got this universal flywheel holder thing. So we are going to try and hold that still. Nah, it's not going to work. Those pins are too big to go in. I wonder if I dare risk holding it on the fins themselves. At the end of the day, if I have to buy a new variator, then I have to buy a new variator. No, I'm not going to be able to get enough leverage, I don't think. What a problem. Right. Somewhere we've got to wedge that on the engine itself. Don't think that went, did it? No, I've broken a fin. That's what I feared I may do. I've broken off a fin. try this clutch. Right, we've got that one. Okay, now we need a new variator anyway, so nothing to lose. It's busted anyway, so I'm not that bothered. You know, if we break it some more, I don't care, as long as we get the damn thing off. Am I missing something, guys? Am I doing something daft here that I haven't spotted? It wouldn't be the first time I've done something ridiculous. That's fucked now, because that's another thing gone. Give it a tap and see what happens. No to lose, is there? It's doing a fucking thing. Right, need some more thinking time. Bring you back. Right, I think I've done it. Should have done this in the first place. What I've done is I've used my flywheel holding tool to hold it on the magneto side, and that nut just cracked. I'm sure I can get it the rest of the way off with this beastie now. There we go. What a fucking game that was. That nut is hot. So, we need a new one of them. It isn't great anyway. I'll let you have a better look in a minute. So, yeah, a new one's not going to hurt it. I mean, it's usable, but it feels ridged. So, the belt, that seems to have held up quite well. There's no cracking or anything on that. I think we can definitely reuse that. And the rollers. They're not actually bad. They're a little flatted off. I'll replace them anyway. In fact, I'm going to go and get that on order. But yeah, they're not the original. There's no way they would be in that condition. Then that unless I've just dropped one, and I'm pretty sure I didn't, but one of the rubber plate things on there is missing. I'm fairly certain that was missing and I've not dropped it, but I shall look back at the footage and we will see. Okay, so I'm going to order a complete new variator kit with the rollers and everything. Let's splurge the money on it. We'll pop them on there just for safekeeping. Okay. Nut. Right, let's have a look at this clutch. Where'd that go? Yeah, that don't look bad. I'll clean that out, but those that doesn't look bad at all. In fact, I'm not even going to strip that. Does it move okay? Yeah, it does. The roller bearing seems fine. So that I'm not touching. In fact, I'm so not touching it that I am actually going to put it back together now. That will be honky dory. Good. Right. I'm going to go and have a quick look online and see how much a new variator kit will cost me. Thank you. I'll catch you soon. Right then, I have just ordered a complete variator kit. That's everything in my hand. Front, back, plate, spacers, bush, rollers, the whole lot. Euro scooter parts, £21.50 or thereabouts, and they're normally pretty good with delivery, so that should be with us any day. And I hadn't lost one of those spacers, it was there all the time. I just dropped it like a muppet. Oh shit, I still need the gasket, don't I? I wonder if, being the cheapskate that I am, whether I could use instant gasket instead of that rubber thing. Although it doesn't. No, it don't fully close. I think it relies on that rubber to sort of completely seal it. Oh well. Just don't see 22 quid's worth of product there. If I have to, and there ain't no cheaper ones, that's what we'll have to do. That won't let go now. Come on, get off. Right, pop that down to one side, because we're still going to work on that kickstart. Now, let's just pop this down on the floor. Let's take a look at this. Bring you guys in. You may remember this was completely seized up, and I took it apart just to sort of, as a temporary measure, just to sort of get it working when we were trying to start the engine, and I said I would take it apart and do it properly. That's what we're doing now. I think it just needs a proper clean up, which I didn't do properly last time. lubrication reassembly, and I think it'll be fine. Right, we are going to wind it up for the day. We haven't actually achieved a great deal. It's been more of a sort of tarting up and painting and cleaning day more than anything. But yeah, we've got the variator on order for that, so should soon be able to start assembling that. Done the kickstart. I think it still felt a little bit stiff to me, but we'll find out when we get it on anyway. And starter motor there, still drying. That's the old variator. Oh shit, I've left the engine mount on here and all in a way. Actually, I might just leave it there all night. Ain't gonna do no harm, is it? So yeah, we're gonna call it a day for the time being. We'll crack on another day. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later. Cheers.